live in the ERA. And while I was doing jokes, I did a joke one night. I said, women live longer than men. And I said, the reason for it is that they're not married to women. Now, it was not a big joke then, just a part of a story. A woman stood up right about where you are, dear, who was a member of the State Assembly of Nevada, and this is absolutely true. She started to berate me about me being a male chauvinist pig, and there is no record, there are no recordings, no history, no about women living longer than men. Now, I haven't done this in a long time, and I dug out some of the obituaries that I'd like to do for you now, just to prove this point. Nothing has changed. Good evening. Would you turn around so we can get to a camera? I put my glasses on. When I did this bit 15 years ago, I didn't need the glasses. But this is an obituary. Would you examine it? It's a Xerox copy of an obituary. New York Post, is that correct?
That's correct.
Nothing I made up. There are 7 obituaries. Now, would you just read, without getting personal and mentioning the names, what does it say at the bottom of the first obituary?
He is survived by his wife.
Survived by his wife. Could you read the second obituary over here? What does it say there, dear?
He is survived.
Survived by his wife. Could you read the third obituary? What does it say?
He
leaves his wife. See, they changed it around so you won't get bored. And this one is, he is survived by his wife. What does this one over here say, dear?
He is
survived by his wife. And what does this one say here?
He's
survived by, and what is, you know goddamn well what that's, survived by his wife. Yeah, I want you to have that 7 out of 7. Now, wait a minute, no. Wait one moment. Good evening. How are you, dear? Those roots are not dead, you know. Darling, please, this is the Los Angeles Times. Is that correct? I have nothing up my sleeves. Will Rogers said I only know what I read in the newspapers. Here's the newspaper. Obituary pages, 3 obituaries, okay? Dr. Carl Sachs, botany expert. Is that correct?
Yes.
How old was he when he died? Can you see that?
81.
81. Professor Emeritus, Harvard University. What does it say at the bottom, dear?
He leaves.
He leaves his wife. 81. Okay, now, wait a minute. Next one. Ludwig van Gelder. Mises, 92. Is that correct?
Yes.
92. What does it say over there?
Is
survived by his wife. 92. That's all, just the facts. Okay. Now, read the headline of the next obituary. T.C. Kistner.
Retired architect dies at 99.
99! Gave it a hell of a shot, didn't he? What does it say over there, dear?
He leaves.
He leaves his wife. All right, now, wait a minute. Now, I got him in every pocket. How are you, darling? This is from the Cedar Rapids Gazette. This was sent to me in 1983. Right here, it says here, West Point's oldest graduate dies. Is that correct, dear?
Yes.
Nothing I made up.
No.
Oldest graduate at West Point. How old was he when he died? You see that?
Can't see.
You can't see? This is your seeing eye dog? Yeah, put your glass on. It's too important. Does a lot for you.
104.
104. West Point's oldest grad, 104. Is that correct?
Right.
Died. Okay, now. Shut up, I'll be back there in a minute. It says here, this man fought in the Spanish-American War, the Boxer Rebellion, the Philippine campaign against the Moros. He was with Pershing when they gave Pancho Villa a new ass south of the border. Just look at this. World War I night, look at this. 4 times he was awarded the Silver Star. Is that correct?
Yes.
Not making this up.
No.
He received the Distinguished Service Medal and the French Croix de Guerre.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What does it say at the bottom, dear?
Survived
by his wife. A man went up against arrows and bows, flamethrowers and bombs. He beat them all. The only one he couldn't beat was that old broad right there about to survive by his wife. Now, good evening. You're not Juliet Prowse, are you? No, you're sitting down. She always moves around. Here is a Xerox. This is going into the Smithsonian Institute. Here is a letter from a young lady who heard me do this many years ago. Sent this lovely note. She was a widow And she said it was the first laugh she had received in years, and I was very grateful about this since her husband died. At the bottom, she enclosed a little piece from a Reuters communique. Would you read it? This is from the newspapers. Could you read what it says there? It says, wife ends all. Read it, please.
Mrs. Vera Shermak
Right.
of Prague, Czechoslovakia,
Right.
on hearing that her husband was leaving her for another woman,
Right.
threw herself from a third-story window to end it all.
Correct.
She was taken to a hospital and soon recovered.
Right. Wait a minute! She threw herself out of the third-story window to end it all. Soon recovered. Was it?
Her husband, on whom she landed,
Was killed on the spot. This bitch threw herself out the window and landed on the old man.